Good day, my dear friends in Christ, and welcome to our daily celebration. Today, we are celebrating at international level World Day for Audio Visual Heritage. Audio Visual Heritage. What do we mean by audio visual? Now, audio visual, the use of both sight and sound, okay? Typically in form of images, okay, and recorded speech or music as a learning aid, audio visual. So you're not just looking at text, but the use of sound. Audio means sound, visual things you can see. You may not see sound, but you can see text. So the use of sound and visual images you can see, okay, either to communicate or to store information. Now, audio visual here is electronic media processing, both a sound and a visual component, such as slide deck, presentations, films, television programs, corporate conferencing, church services, and live theater productions. So this is what we mean by audio visuals. Now, audio visual today happens to be World Day for Audio Visual Heritage. And we are told that audiovisual icons tell us story about people's lives and cultures from all over the world. People's life and people's culture all over the world. So they represent a priceless heritage, which is an affirmation of our collective memory and valuable source of knowledge, since they reflect the cultural, social, linguistic diversity of our communities. So they help us to grow and comprehend the world we all share together. Now, the World Day for Audiovisual Heritage is a commemoration of the adoption in 1980 by the 21st General Conference of the Recommendation for the Safeguarding and Preservation of Moving Images. So this day provides an occasion to raise general awareness of the need to take urgent measures and to acknowledge the importance of audio visual documents. Now, the World Day of Audiovisual Heritage also fulfilled the UNESCO's constitutional mandate to promote the free flow of ideas by word and images. By word and images as a representation of our shared heritage and memory. And in so doing, the day highlights the role of heritage in building the defenses of peace in people's mind. So this year is 2020, because every year, each of these celebrations, there is always a general theme to reflect on. So this year, the World Day for Audiovisual Heritage is your window to the world. your window to the world. In other words, audiovisual materials, okay? As a documentary heritage objects provides a window to the world, in order the window through which you see the larger world. Through audiovisual, you can see the larger world, you know. So let's start from the elementary school, even nursery school. There is difference between teaching children tests, letters. There is different when you teach them, you talk to them, or you write, keep writing, keep writing, so that they will memorize. Then when you bring objects and you say object, virtual objects, you say A for apple, you show them the image of apple, you draw apple, something they can see, visual, okay? Sound, A for apple. No, let me see if I have apple in the house. Just be patient. Let me show you what I mean by visual. A for apple, and you show them apple. They see the apple, visual image. Okay? Do you call this orange? This looks like tangerine. Okay, let's T for tangerine. K for cucumber. So all those visual, I'm just starting from the nursery and elementary stage. Audio, they will hear the sound and they will see audio, sound, then visual, what they can see. They can easily learn from what they see. It's quite different from A for apple, and the children will be imagining which one is apple. They have never seen apple before. They are hearing the sound, but they are not seeing the visual. They are not seeing anything. So, but when you teach with both audio and visual, they don't forget. They may forget the sound, but they may not forget the image you showed them. Wherever they see this, they identify it's okay. That is the apple. Audio visual. Now, there's another level of audio visual. We talk about movie. Movie. When you shoot movie, you are telling story. Okay? For instance, the Things Fall Apart is a novel written by Chinua Achebe. It's in a text form. And Things Fall Apart, as you are reading it, you are reading the paper. Okay? You get a picture of, what the pre-colonial period, before the colonial masters invaded the land, how it was like, But when you now want to make it more real, more, you now shoot that Things Fall Apart as a movie. So you are not just reading a novel, text, but you are seeing pictures, you are seeing images. Okay, it communicates faster. And that is the best movie, I think. And that was the movie that actually brought Pete Odechie, as one of the best Nollywood actors. That story of Things Fall Apart, that was now translated from ordinary text to audio visual. People are now seeing it as a film, you know. They are seeing it, they are hearing that sound, not just reading it as a text, but also seeing it being played out. So that is what we mean by audio visual heritage. And there are so many of them we inherited from the past. And this, when we talk about archives, when we talk about history, when whatever you record, lives on. And that's why I love the technology has gone so far, that we're not just writing letters, waiting for the post office to deliver it over the years before we can communicate with our members who are overseas. But through audio visual, through social media, we can now communicate with one another. People from different parts of the world we can, and when you store these things, all this information we are getting, like when we did our global family liberation, those are heritage. It was already stored and it lives on. You can always visit it and revisit it, and you can always share it. That moment when we, after writing this book, the family liberation book, okay, after writing it, is a test published by Amazon, but we now have to bring out time, 40 days and 40 nights. It's still in the test form. It was still in the test form. Now, we will now put it in audio visual. We now came together and we organized 40 days and 40 nights, whereby we were actually, praying it, recorded voices. People we are calling from different parts of the world, families from different parts of the world, we are calling, and their voices were recorded, So those audio voices, those prayer, and then it's recorded, is a heritage within this context. That is what we call audio visual heritage. The sound and what you can see, those images you can see. So that is what we are celebrating today. World Day for Audio Visual Heritage. My dear, you can still create your own audio visual heritage. Something you can pass on to your children. Very, very important. You can still make a day and then tell the story, your history, the history of your family. Record it. And then allow the children to ask questions. Allow the children to react. You can record it, put it in a plate, or put it in a software, and then just record it. Now that you are still alive. Not when you die now. Some of you, when you die, they will start asking family members or friends and well-wishers, your age mate, please, do you know how old is our father? Please, let's go and ask if she's an age mate of so and so person. It doesn't make sense. We have grown fast more than that. The level we are now with technology, you can as well have a video recording. Ask your mother questions, ask your father questions, celebrate them, maybe during their birthday. Allow them to tell story about themselves. Record it. That is audiovisual. I started recording events in my life when I was 20 years. Because that was when I launched my first album. That was when I launched my first book. My first album and my first book were launched, released when I was 20 years old. And you can imagine, anytime I bring out that tape, most of the people who were there have died, including my parents. My mother, my father, they were there then. Highness of my village was there. In fact, almost all those generation has gone. So, but each time I bring it, it's like, it's a heritage as long as I'm concerned. Because all those faces that are buried, you will see them alive. That is the importance of audio visual. So whatever you record is preserved. Don't just tell verbal story. You can use your phone, record something, share it with your family members. Audio visual, so that they are seeing it, they are hearing the voice, and it can be a memory for you, a memory unforgettable. Like somebody like me now, I have immortalized myself through this program. This man will never die, for your information. Even if I'm dead and buried, this program will be alive. You always go and see his face. You always go and hear his voice. So audio visual is the window to the world. It is through this window you see the entire world. It gives you a picture of what the world is like. So that's why this year we are celebrating audio visual, the window of the world. So that is it. It can be the window of your family, a window through which you see your family, a window through which you see your village, your community. Do something that can, help you to preserve your heritage, cultural heritage, religious heritage, even political heritage. All these greedy politicians who are supposed to have retired, by now they would have become elder statesmen, and will go and interview them. They should be in a position where they should be giving us advice, young people, telling us story, how they ruled, what politics is all about. But unfortunately, oh my God, because of their greed, they don't want to let go. They don't want to hand over. That is the problem with most parents. Most parents, even to share their to write something about themselves, they are afraid. When you ask some parents questions, say, they are suspecting. Are you sure these people are not, writing my bibliography? Are you sure they don't want me dead? Or maybe you tell any man, oh yeah, go and write your will. He's afraid. Why are you afraid? You are not going to remain in this world forever. Write something, audiovisual, something that can help your children when you are gone. You immortalize yourself. Record something. So if our politicians are not greedy, if our parents are not greedy, by now they would have been in a position where either they are elder statesmen or they are senior citizens. When you retire, the younger ones can take over, and then you will be in a position to be advising them. And some of those, so that's why we don't have heritage. We don't even have, who do we go to interview as elder statesmen? Is it those ones that are still in power? Those ones that have refused to answer elder statesmen? Imagine somebody like me when I was in primary school. This man at Aso Rock was still my president, But right now, he's still my president. Look at me, gray hair everywhere. And they are telling us that you are the leaders of tomorrow. Tomorrow. When will this tomorrow come? Nobody wants to, you know. So when we talk about, they are not making history at all. They are just, everything is stagnant. Everything is stagnant because if they have moved on, and then retire as elder statesmen. Hey, occasionally we can go to them and say, okay, consult with them, interview them, hear from them, record their history, record their story, learn from their story. But we can't take them as our heritage. We can't even take them as example. That this they are just they are the most unfortunate thing that has ever happened to our society. The elders we have today, either are in the government or even in the civil servants, most of them have refused. When we say there is no employment in places like Nigeria or Africa, our elderly ones have refused to retire. They don't want to retire. They don't want to hand over. They are holding on to power. They are holding on to position. You see a family where children are graduates, able, ready to work, but their parents are still going to occupy their position. It doesn't make sense. Those are the parents that learned with typewriter. They went to school with typewriter. They are still working until now. They have refused to retire, and their children are roaming about the street. Let them continue to terrorize you people. Not until you give the hand over what belongs to them. They will continue to terrorize you. What I said that since if these young people are gainfully employed, look at the thousands of young people on the street, millions of young people. If they are employed, they will not even have time to be protesting. It's because our parents, our leaders have refused to hand over power as at when due. So that's why the young people have come out to attack you. And not until you do the right thing, you cannot sleep with your two eyes closed. So we are celebrating today World Day of Audiovisual. What led me to that is maybe heritage. When we talk about heritage, record. Even some of them are fighting against social media, fighting against those channels through which young people supposed to be getting information. Where they are afraid of the media. Why are they afraid? A clear conscience fears no accusation. Our political leaders, the reason why they are afraid of the media is because they have ulterior motive. They don't want it to look at how they went and dismounting all those CTV, all those things that would have brought out, the visual picture of what actually happened at Lekki Bridge. They dismantled the whole thing, put off the light, and start shooting our children. So that there will be no audio visual. There will be nothing recorded. And now they are going to bring, somebody say they have discovered a hidden camera. What does that have to do with the people who have died? Does that make sense? After recording their own, editing their own, they're now hidden there and brought it out for us. I don't know why they are wasting time with that kind of, they say they're carrying investigation. They're only dying down the tension. They are buying time. This has been done. Those children that are dead, they are not coming back to life. They are just buying time, cooling the. We are investigating. We are investigating so that everybody will continue with his normal business. It's normal. It's not the first time they have killed, and keep killing the innocent children. And then they want to, or they are afraid of audiovisual. If there is anything politicians and even religious leaders, the one of religious leaders are even the worst. Bishops they fear audiovisual, they fear it. You can't go to a bishop now and say, please, my Lord, can I take it? Very few of them will give you an interview. I don't know what they are hiding. Whether Jesus Christ say, go into the world and proclaim the good news. I don't want to say it, that in this church, before we say anything, we must say it before it go viral. Why are you afraid of coming out to proclaim the message of God? Why are you afraid, of evangelization? Why are you afraid of sharing your faith with the world. You only keep preaching to the same set of people, these members of your diocese. You keep preaching to them only. Whereas Jesus Christ said, go into the world. Anywhere you find people, go into the world and proclaim the good news. Yeah? And now, thank God, God has blessed us with social media. Look at the networking. Yeah? As I'm talking to you right now, I'm not just talking to a few of you that are here. Even after this message, the next year, somebody can as well visit this message. Audio visual, when you say it's a heritage, it doesn't die and it doesn't wait. Somebody may stumble on this next year and still find something very, very interesting, very, very useful. That is the importance of audio visual. You know, not just talk and then nothing is recorded, nothing is, an unexamined life is not worth living. It's not worth living. A life that is just confined. You don't come out to share what God has deposited in you. You are afraid. Unless you have ulterior motive. That is when you should be afraid. Eh? If, look at what the Bishop of Osoka is doing, for instance. Came out on the media. Let us come out from this cocoon. The Bishop of Osoka comes out to social media, preaches, records, and then his parishioners, both those at home and those abroad, they are hearing from him. And they know that this young man is trying. He's preaching the word of God, and he wants to reach as many people as possible through audio visual. Okay? So your parish, those who, some of our bishops, we don't even know them, whether they are getting old or getting younger. We only hear that. In fact, who is the bishop of that our diocese again? Because they are not coming out. We don't see them. We don't hear from them. They only preach from that circle. And then when you want to bring them out, they are like afraid. Why are you afraid? Why in this jet age? Why are you afraid? Huh? So long as what you are preaching is the truth, the truth must be proclaimed. Don't kill the vision. Let the vision be heard. Okay, so that's why the importance of audiovisual. Audiovisual has really gone far in trying to promote people's culture. It has gone far promoting people's cultural heritage. Audiovisual. And it has gone far in safeguarding. We would say is a heritage. You preserve. You use it to preserve your culture. You use it to preserve your religion. You use it to preserve your political values. Audiovisual, very, very interesting and very, very important. Now listen to what Jesus Christ has to say in the Gospel of Mark chapter 16 verse 15. Say, go throughout the whole world and preach the gospel to all mankind. Go throughout the whole world. And now St. Paul, they did it literally. They were traveling from one place to another. Philippi, Corinth, Roman. They were going from Rome, going from one place to another. Preaching the gospel to the Romans, preaching the gospel to the Corinthians, preaching the gospel to the Thessalonians, preaching the gospel to different parts of the people. But now, I can assure you, social media has made it very easy for us. What Jesus Christ told us to do, I think with social media, it is easier. Look at where I am now in the comfort of my bedroom, proclaiming the message, and the whole world is receiving it. Jesus Christ said, go to the whole world and proclaim the good news. Go to the whole world. And any channel, anything that can help us to reach out to the whole world is a welcome development. It's a welcome development. Before now, they have been using this social media for all kinds of evil, for pornography, for rubbish, and men of God, we are staying away, preaching against it. when he said no, when we came to, he said no. I did, when I was in the seminary, I did diploma in mass media. I did diploma right from time. I have passion for mass media, mass communication, and I have invested a lot to push my message through mass media. Before the advent of Facebook, I remember after preaching, I will edit it, take it to local NTN channel, play, and they will broadcast it. Because I really have this passion to preach the gospel, not just to the people around me, but to the whole world. The passion has been there. And then when Digger Television came, we were among the pioneers who were sending messages. And we were paying a lot of money. Digger Television. I was sending my program to Digger Television. I think once in a week, or either once in a week, they will broadcast it. And then I was paying a lot of money then because I have that passion. I write, I write. I have a column in the Vanguard newspaper. I have a column in the Guardian newspaper then. And then, I had time I have that passion. I want to preach the gospel. I want to, just go by them. You will see so many articles I have written in the secular newspapers. Go by them. Just write John David and Addison. You will see so many articles I have written, either in Vanguard newspaper or Guardian newspaper. So the passion to preach the gospel has been there. And that is what St. Paul said. He said, woe to me if I do not preach the gospel. And that is my stand. If as a priest, as an ordained minister, I don't preach the gospel, I think I am the most unfortunate person on earth. So thank God for audiovisual. It has helped us to articulate and also to come out, okay, on a daily basis. At least we can come online and then we can come online. You are seeing me. I may be seeing you. If it is Zoom, we can see one another. We can hear from one another. Thanks to audiovisual heritage. Okay? So that is it, my dear friends in Christ. And we'll thank God for this precious gift, this precious heritage. And I pray that God will continue to develop it. It's developing, and nobody should kick against it. Nobody should frown at it. Instead of frowning at it, use it for the propagation of the gospel. Use it to preach the gospel. Use it to promote good things, values, heavenly values, cultural values, religious values, things that bring glory to God. Use this channel, this heritage, audio visual, use it to propagate the gospel. People can abuse it, yes, but at the same time, you can as well use it. It's a powerful means of communication. It's a powerful means of spreading the gospel. So we thank God today. Today, once again, my dear friends in Christ, we are celebrating World Audio Visual Day. And I have to celebrate what audiovisual has really helped us. It has really, really, really connected us to the outside world. Now you can hear me from the comfort of my bedroom, from the comfort of my office. You can hear me in any part of the world, and I can equally hear from you. All we need is to connect to one another. So we pray that God will continue to use this audio-visual heritage to spread his gospel. And the earlier you start doing it, the better. All of you who are connected to this platform, please share this message. Don't just come and watch and then you leave. When you share it in your page, you have preserved it. Any of this message you share in your page, on your wall, Facebook wall, you have already preserved it. You can always go back to it when you need it. Like this today now, next year, You can always go back. Okay, Father says something about audiovisual. Maybe I may not be in a position to speak on it, but you can remember, hey, last year we celebrated St. Evaristus, and Father said something. He even invited a priest, and the priest gave a talk on St. Evaristus. Let me go back to my Facebook wall. Let me go back to my WhatsApp, because you have shared it. It is saved. It is going to be there for life. Anytime you go back to your wall, you will find it. That's one thing it will help you. And then when you share it, you'll be amazed how many people you are reaching out, how many people you are preaching, how many people you are connecting to this kingdom family. Okay? You'll be amazed. Many people may see it and overlook it, but one person, one person may, and then find it as a treasure. So one person may even go through it and say, yes, my sister, you have really tried for me. Look at that, our sister that connected our father, Chukwudiomimi. He keep mentioning her. He keep mentioning her. That this sister, every day, she will be sharing this platform, sharing it to his own Facebook page. One day, he just decided, let me just look. And he picked interest. And thank God, as God will have it, he has started his own today. He said he started his own in July. This started in March, early March, during that period of COVID-19. And this priest said he started his own. This inspired him to start his own. And now he's using it to win more souls. This should be a networking. So please keep sharing. When you share it on your wall, share on your WhatsApp, share it anywhere, any social media you are, so that more people will get connected. We want to decongest hellfire. We want to win more souls into God's kingdom. And we can do it through this channel. We can do it through this platform. We can do it through this audio-visual means. Please don't waste time. Don't just come here and be watching as if you are maroon. At the end of every program, even as the program is starting, start sharing it. Connect people. Let them connect with you. Network. Think of how many friends you have. Think of how many friends you can connect to God. Think of how many souls you can win through Facebook, through Instagram, through Twitter. Think of how many people you can connect to God. Don't just come here and watch and go. Keep sharing until you get to the right person. Until that person that will say, oh, I thank God for you. If not for you, I won't have known this platform. Don't just come here and then watch and then keep quiet. Jesus Christ said, proclaim, go into the world, proclaim the good news. And this is the channel, this is the avenue, this is the platform, this is audio-visual. We have a great heritage here. We can use this channel to transform this world. We can use this channel to make a change in our society. Please, just don't value what God has given you. It is a treasure. Audiovisual heritage is a treasure, and we must make the best use of it. Let's use it in a positive way. Let's use it to teach our children. Let's use it to preach, transform. In fact, you keep sharing this, you don't know how many people you must have won for God. You don't know how many souls you are connecting to heaven. Keep sharing it. Don't get tired of sharing it, and don't get tired of proclaiming Jesus Christ. Any means, anywhere you are, don't even allow any day to pass without you saying something about Jesus on your Facebook wall. Don't allow any day. I have taken that oath. I can't imagine a day passing without me coming to my Facebook page to say something about Jesus Christ, or to say something about kingdom, heavenly kingdom. That is my vow, and I want you to take the same vow, make the same commitment. Imagine if all of us who are connected to this platform now, we start sharing this message, or we start telling people about Jesus Christ. What is devil? Devil, he's just wasting a lot of money using audio visual to promote his hellfire, hellfire message, hellfire, but we can, as well as children of God. I know we are lazy. Children of God are lazy, and that's why Jesus Christ said, the children of devil, evil ones, they are more astute than the children of kingdom. Because those ones, when they want to, if you know how much People promote, you spend. For instance, things that doesn't build your spiritual life, things that has nothing to do with your soul. All this big Nigeria. There are some people who donated millions of money to sponsor that rubbish. Eh? Big Nigeria, Africa. So for the young people to go and naked themselves, mess up themselves, say things rubbish, live a wayward life, people spend millions of money to sponsor that. Pornography, the same thing. People are spending a lot, and they use the best camera to make sure that they get the best quality. They make sure they get the best audience. They make sure they get, and people, it is one of the richest industry in the whole world. And people are pouring their money because it is hellfire project. But the children of God, when you tell them to sponsor program like this that has to do with heaven, they'll just make fun of you. That a man of God, you shouldn't be talking about money. You're always talking about money. But when they go to all those entertainment industry, they invest their money. You can't enter into those joke, this 1001 laughter. You pay ticket before you even listen to. You pay ticket. But when it comes to the word of God, leave it is something outdated. Not, and yet this is something that will take you to eternity. You are joking with your eternity. It's better you invest your last card promoting the kingdom project than you, because that entertainment you get, how many hours will it last? How many days will it last? And you ask for another one when you get entertained. Whereas this is something your soul. Jesus Christ is telling you, store your riches in heaven, where mount or rust cannot destroy. Most of you are just investing on earthly heritage, hellfire heritage. That's where people are investing on. But when it comes to kingdom projects, nobody was, just they keep giving chicken fee, because they know that God can be cheated. Continue to cheat God, but God is the one that owns you. God is the one that owns your money. God is the one that eat that bread. Look at that rich man that say, yes, I have arrived. God say, oh yeah, this night I'm taking your soul. Let me see what becomes of your wealth. At times you are taking you can cheat God. You can't cheat God. Whatever you can do to promote the gospel of Christ, do it. If you cannot go on mission, let your money go on mission. Don't wait for me to beg you, please come and help me. By now, somebody would have come up and said, Father, how can we get our own television channel? That is what you should be thinking. Not thinking, the ministry must grow, whether you like it or not. It is a kingdom ministry. It must grow. You should not rest until we get this, the whole world connected to this platform. Don't rest from today. Use this audiovisual day to make up your mind that I will not rest until we connect the whole world to this kingdom ministry. Kingdom ministry. Win souls at Jesus Christ. He said, go into the world and make disciples of all nations. Go into the whole world. Preach the gospel. And you have gotten a platform like this. You are doing smell. Because I'm not talking about YouTube now. Only one person I see there often. Emiliak. That's our YouTube channel. Most people don't even promote it again. You don't even invite friends to join. And every day, I'm spending a lot of money to buy data, to post reflection on YouTube, reflection on YouTube, and you are not visiting it. Are you encouraging me? So you want me to get tired? I will not get tired. I will continue to do my own. He said, Paul planted, Apollo water, God give increase. My work is to plant. Once I finish the reflection, whether you watch it or not, I have done my own. You that are supposed to water it, if you are not watering it, on the last day, you will answer for it. You are the one to promote that YouTube channel. You know what that means? Divine Mercy Family Network. A network where God wanted to use to connect all the families on earth. All the Christian family, God wanted to use it to connect them. And then he has opened the channel. He said, please be preaching every day. Send message. Every day I preach on YouTube. 5 messages. 1, daily tea. 2, daily celebration, which we are now doing. 3, daily bread. 4, daily diet. And then the 5th one, October devotion and daily supper. And I do it religiously. I plant. You are the one to water. You are the one to share those messages to your friends. You are the one to promote those channels. You are the one to let the world know about this channel. I cannot be planting and at the same time be watering. No, there is division of labor in the house of God. There is division of labor in the house of God. I cannot beg you to do that because it is your responsibility. To whom much is given, much is expected. What I know is the one God has given me, I will continue to do it. Every day I will come here, share a message, 5 message to YouTube channel. Family network, it is for you, whether you share it or not. One day we will ask you, why didn't you water this message? Why didn't you share this message? Do you know how many souls you would have won simply by clicking share? Just sharing this message alone, do you know how many? You don't need to travel from place to place. Jesus said, go into the whole world. But now social media has made it so easy for you through audio visual means. He said, go into the whole world. You can use this still at the comfort of your bedroom, and you are communicating to the whole world, sharing this message, all this message to the whole world. You have gone to the whole world without flying out of your country. Through this means I have gone to the whole world. Am I not praying for everybody in different parts of the world? Don't you see what God is using me to do on this platform on a daily basis? I must pray for people. I must bless people every day. So I have to play my own part. Play your own part. Don't allow this online ministry. If it stops just because of money to buy fuel, money to buy data, money to buy airtime, God will not blame me because He knows that I am ready, ever ready, ever ready. If there is extra time, I will still use it to preach the gospel. If there is extra time, I will still use it to pray for you. I use all my last energy in the day praying for people. I will make sure that I'm exhausted before I go to bed. I will make sure I exhaust my last energy because that is the only thing I do. I have no other agenda on a daily basis. So you may not do what I'm doing. And if you think it is easy, come and sit here on a daily basis and be doing it. But let your money encourage us. And some of you are trying. When I say that, I know that some of you are trying. There are some of you that even you keep praying, oh God, bless me so that I can bless this ministry. God knows your heart. He knows what is burdened in your heart, that if God should bless you, you will be a blessing to this ministry. But there are some people God has blessed. Why are you hoarding your money? Why are you waiting for somebody to come and beg you? Come and beg you before you can sow into kingdom ministry like this. You are waiting for somebody to come and write a letter. Like now, everybody is talking about harvest. I will now say, okay, please come and be our harvest chairman before you feel recognized. I will not do that for you. This is a kingdom ministry. So if God doesn't touch you, don't even waste your money. God will raise His children. His children are coming. But if God is speaking to you, listen. There are so many vision killers, so many people who don't even encourage kingdom projects. They will tell you things that will poison your heart. They will tell you things that will make you not to even support. But if you are wise, you ask yourself, instead of investing on all this secular entertainment industry, is it better to invest on in secular entertainment industry or to invest in kingdom industry? You have to decide. You have to choose. If you are in a position to use audio the way I'm using it, audio visual to communicate to the whole world, what will you be promoting? The things that has to do with God, or things that has to do with politicians, Or some people are using this Facebook to promote the politicians. Some people are using this Facebook to promote their tribalism. Some people are using it, advocate for their republic. Some people they use it for all kinds of things. That we have decided to use it for kingdom project. So please, all of you, if God has inspired you, I have started it. We have to take it to another level. Anytime you come here, just think of what can we do to improve this platform. Is there anything we can do to take it to another level, to make it globalized, make it go viral? What can we do? Let it be your worry. Me, I'll be doing my own. You be doing your own. How can we take this to another level? A level where the whole world can benefit. A level where the whole world, can get connected. From this platform, we can change a lot of things in this world. It has started. From this platform, we can announce a new era and it will come to pass. It's just that you people, if you know the power of the media, the social media, and if you can connect as many people as possible, from here we can decide who we rule. We can say this is the person we want to rule us, and he will have it. We'll have our way. Once I know that this person is God-fearing, we can come here and announce the person, pray for the person, you will see the person winning. We can become the kingmakers. That is the way you handle this platform. Promote it, it will benefit you. You may be the one this platform can raise to lead the whole world. It's possible. So please, today, once again, we thank God for giving us this opportunity to celebrate World Audio Visual Day. Okay? And I have benefited from it. You must have benefited from it. And who will continue to benefit from audio visual heritage. So I wish you all happy World Audio Visual Day. As you use the audio visual to promote the gospel of Christ, it shall be well with you in Jesus' name. Amen.